Hey, good morning to everybody. Happy Monday. It's Daryl here. It is bright and freaking early, man. It's 3 a.m. here in Connecticut on the East Coast. Okay, I'm going to fill you in on just kind of what's been going on this morning. First of all, I got to be honest with you guys. I just said it's 3 a.m., but that's my opening line. If you watch my YouTube videos, that's my opening line. I always say it's 3 a.m. or 3 p.m. It's actually 4:30. Today was one of those mornings. Sometimes it happens. It just, I kind of worry about this. Like every night before I go to sleep, I kind of get worried about it, that I won't be able to come up with a video the next morning. And it's one of those mornings, like I don't want to put out anything that's just garbage. I don't want to get out here just to talk for the sake of talking. That's not what this video is. And it was just one of those mornings where I really couldn't come up with, something I felt good about talking about. In the news, it's all about the Grammys and who's the musician Killer Mike that got arrested at the Grammys. I think he's from Run the Jewels. I know one song by him, by those guys. Nobody Get Choked. I forgot the name of that. Anyway, it's just one of those mornings where I couldn't come up. I just didn't have any ideas for videos. So I haven't checked the views from yesterday. I really, honestly, I just really enjoy, for the time being, I enjoy doing the short videos. I don't know if I told you guys before, YouTube has been encouraging creators lately to do short videos. I've gotten a couple newsletters or news messages from YouTube encouraging me and other creators to do short videos, and that's where I do the spoken word. And I really enjoy doing that. I for the time being, I get a kick out of creating the poetry or spoken word or whatever you want to call it. Okay, so I haven't checked the views really from yesterday. So this morning, I started to get the idea of talking about Taylor Swift, not just bashing right-wing people, but talking about Taylor Swift, who is probably going to come out in favor of Joe Biden. So I started thinking about Taylor Swift this morning, and I'm working on a spoken word for Taylor Swift. I'm working on that this morning, but I came up with some thoughts on Taylor Swift, some stuff that I'm just some ideas. One of the things I really don't understand too much why the right is so terrified, so angry, so livid at Taylor Swift. Honestly, what came to my mind this morning? You know what it reminds me of? Taylor Swift she is beautiful. She's a beautiful woman with the blonde hair and everything. And she reminds me, it occurred to me, she could have been like on the Brady Bunch, the three blonde daughters. I was like, wow, she could have, she's so like American apple pie. She could have been one of those Brady daughters. And then I started thinking about this. I started thinking about how, there's this episode, if you ever watched the Brady Bunch, there's this one episode with Jan where she's envious of Marcia. Marcia, she says. And all of a sudden it occurred to me this morning. I was like, wow. In my head, I was thinking, the right wing, especially the right wing guys, they seem frustrated. They seem like they're attracted to Taylor Swift, but there's no chance of ever dating her. And it's just, it's just one of those deals where if they can't have what they want, they get angry. I picture the right wing guys going, Taylor, like Jan saying that about Marcia. Here's another thing that I've been looking at, the conspiracy theories. I mean, if I really wonder, it's like, is this serious or is this a joke? Are they trolling us? Do these people really believe that this is a psych op? Like, I was reading up on one of the latest conspiracy, or not latest, but recent conspiracy theories involving Taylor Swift, that I'm not big on sports, but the Kansas City Chiefs won. It was all rigged once again. The right is claiming everything with them is rigged. With the Baltimore Ravens, it was rigged so that the Kansas City Chiefs would be in the Super Bowl, and then this is all the conspiracy theory. So then once they were at the Super Bowl, Taylor and Travis Kelce would come out at halftime and endorse Joe Biden. It was all a big conspiracy by the left to, this is all what's going to happen. I'm like, these guys, are you telling me there's people out there that really consider this, that really, why are these people so suspicious? So I started thinking about this. I remember back when I was young, we had this thing called backward masking. And I started thinking about that. It's like, I'm surprised that, they're coming up with all these bizarre conspiracy theories about Taylor Swift. And I'm surprised that they're not talking about backward masking. Something's in her song. Her new songs have, if you play her songs, well, that's the thing too. They don't have albums nowadays. Back when I was younger, they had albums, and we could play the albums backwards. And it was supposed to have, like, a lot of times it would have messages, about Satan or the devil, or, worship this or that. And, I remember one of my friend's mothers sitting all of us down, like on the couch. We were all, shoulder to shoulder. And she played this like 3-hour, I walked out in the middle, this 3-hour VHS tape talking about backward masking and how it was gonna, brainwash us and all this. She had to sit down there and listen to this. Like I said, I ended up walking out in the middle. Anyway, I'm surprised that the right hasn't come up with, this is a conspiracy theory that actually in Taylor Swift songs, there's backward masking saying, vote for Joe Biden, Trump sucks, don't vote for, I'm surprised they haven't done that yet. But seriously, this is something that that really bothers me and makes me feel that, there's times where I wonder if I'm on the right side. I look at what I believe in and, what I support, and I question it from time to time, like with the southern border. I've been looking at that lately, and there is, I can't deny, there's a big freaking problem down there. There really is. And I don't know how to solve it. I really don't. I don't know how to be humane to the people that want to come into the country. But anyway, the whole thing with Taylor Swift and her getting 35,000 people to register to vote, I don't understand how the right, this is one of the things that make me realize that, or think that I'm on the right, the side that makes sense. That these people on the right are so angry. That 35,000, she encouraged 35,000 people to register to vote. And, not to vote for Joe Biden, just to register to vote. I mean, that's the most American thing you can do. When I was 18, even though I was just beginning to party, and all through my party years in my 20s, I voted for the president every single 4 years. Even though, I was using and all that stuff and all that, I always made sure that I showed up at the polls and voted. Unfortunately, I did vote for Ronald Reagan in, I can't believe I did that, 1984, So, like, in terms of now, back when I was younger, I would have been like, I hate to say this, but I would have been like what was equal to like a Trump supporter nowadays. I was young and stupid. But anyway, this whole thing with her getting 35,000 people to register to vote. I mean, how could you look at that as an American citizen? How could any American citizen look at that and be angry about that or have a problem with that? I mean, that's the most American thing, voicing your opinion. That's great. That's fantastic. That's terrific. It's, she's not, there was nothing about encouraging them to vote one way or the other. It was just encouraging them to vote. I mean, I think she should get an award for that. She should be recognized for getting the younger generation interested in voting, in their duty to vote for our democracy. And this is one of those things that I look at, and it convinces me that I am on the side that makes sense, on the left. Anybody that gets angry just because more people want to exercise their right to democracy, those are people I can't agree with. All right, like I said, this was kind of a spur-of-the-moment video. I will be back later this morning, I promise, with another video, a little more cohesive video, and I might have another. I know maybe you don't like them, maybe you do like them, but I enjoy doing them. The spoken word. I'll probably have another one of those later today or tomorrow. Probably Taylor Swift. I'm working on it. I want to do a good one in favor of Taylor Swift. All right, you guys have a good Monday.